Wednesday sweater, first wool warehouse yarn haul. Hey guys, welcome back to the String Things channel. My name is Mel. I'm a stay-at-home mom living in Vancouver, and this channel is where I talk about my knits. So let's get to today's agenda right away. First off, I've got a finished object to share, and it's my Wednesday sweater. This is a pattern from Petite Knit, and not to downplay the pattern in any way, it's a great pattern, but the star and what I'm going to be focusing on mostly is the yarn. So this is Noro Silk Garden Solo yarn. It's a worsted weight yarn. It is, oh, excuse me, it is color 1 Omitama, kind of made famous by Petite Knit when she released her terrazzo sweater. She used the sock weight yarn with a strand of mohair for that sweater. So this is the worsted weight one. And it is a lovely silk mohair blend. And I felt kind of pressured, not by anyone else, but by myself, to take my time with this sweater and really make sure it's something that I'm going to want to wear and, continually grab out of my closet season after season. And for any keeners out there, you may have noticed that there is a turtleneck. I know I said in my acquisition video of this yarn, I said I was definitely not going to do the high neck, the turtleneck. But once I started, knitting this up and trying it on and seeing the length of ribbing on the cuffs and at the end of the body, it really did make sense to turn this into a turtleneck to balance all of that. So it's a turtleneck sweater. So yeah, I did knit this up according to pattern. No real modifications anywhere to discuss. Yeah, so while I was knitting this up, I was kind of nicknaming this project Mother of Pearl, and that's, to me, I think the best way to describe all the colors in this sweater. It definitely makes me think of like moody ocean vibes. It has, because of the silk, it has like a mild kind of luster, kind of like mother of pearl, if you look on the inside of oyster shells or any other bivalves. And it's just really pretty. So there was some hesitation at first when I was knitting this up, and it was pretty close to done. And I felt like maybe I had knit the wrong size. Looking at her picture, she's wearing extra small, and I'm of similar body measurements to Petite Knit, and hers just looked so large and oversized on her, and mine did not. And so in the picture I have pre-blocking, I will say that it's slightly misleading because the sleeves that you're seeing in that photo, I ended up frogging and making the cuffs a little bit bigger. So what happened was my armhole ended up being larger than what the pattern was saying, because when it came to pick up stitches and knit the sleeves, I had a greater number of stitches in the round compared to the pattern. So I took that as I need to decrease quicker so I get to a similar cuff size. But when I decreased, it just looked like the proportion of it just looked really off. And when I had it on, I was thinking that I wanted it to be like a fairly big sleeve. The point of the sweater was to make it, quite oversized. So I ended up frogging both sleeves to about I think it's just about to here. So I eliminated 2 decrease rounds. So I had 2 decrease rounds in this section. So this is my last decrease round here. And then I just knit even and then started the ribbing for the cuff. So when it came to blocking, so I did end up just kind of trusting the process and hope that blocking was going to get the sweater to the size I wanted, or at least kind of as advertised in the pattern. So I did a little soak, and I did end up kind of just pinning into place the cuffs and alongside the body and the ribbing on the end of the body, because I really wanted to make sure that the ends were straight. I didn't want them kind of like pointing inwards. I like my ribbing nice and straight. I didn't want it to cinch in at all. And luckily, after a good soak, the fabric really relaxed and I didn't have to do any kind of aggressive blocking. It just grew to the size it was supposed to. And yeah, and the fabric, I don't know how, but compared to when I tried it on before blocking and after blocking, the fabric seems to feel more light and airy, and the drape is really nice. And I'm gonna say that's probably because of the silk content in this yarn, but like it doesn't feel too chunky or heavy, which is great. But yeah, like I don't know, I guess it's hard to tell there, but like there you go, there's the fabric. Sorry, I just heard Darcy. I put her down for her nap and just took a chance to start recording before she actually fell asleep. So if she starts really whining, I might have to have a pause. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. So with so yeah, I think the sleeve is technically where the only place where I had to do a kind of a modification. And because it actually took me until I started working on the neck to decide I was going to do a turtleneck, you're supposed to work this in like a full twisted rib so that when you flip the neck over, it looks the same on both sides. Because I was originally going for a short kind of crew neck, I didn't do full twisted rib for the first, oh, let's say that's 2.5 inches. But I kind of knew like you're never gonna fold over the neck more than that, so you're never gonna see where I did half twisted rib. Okay, so some things to note about my experience with this yarn. Oh, I should say I used 10 skeins, so I have 2 complete skeins left, plus it actually looks like 3, maybe. I didn't weigh, but when I put all the scraps together, like it looks like I have 3 skeins left, and I had originally bought 12, so I guess I used somewhere between 9 and 10 skeins for my size. And I don't know if this would be a downside, and I don't want people to judge the quality of the yarn by this, but I found at least 1 or 2 knots in every skein I used. And because this is an animal fiber yarn, it wasn't really a big deal for me because this yarn was really easy to splice the ends together. Had it been pretty much any other yarn that's not feltable, it would have annoyed me. But that was not any sort of like deal breaker for me. That's not a reason why I would, not buy this yarn. Another feature of this yarn I wanted to mention, it seems to be not spun in a consistent tension throughout, which I kind of liked. That kind of added to almost the organic almost rustic nature of this yarn. But I can't say if that's consistent across all skeins of this yarn, but it was consistent across the skeins I had. So there's definitely sections where the yarn looks thicker. Let's see if I can. So you can kind of see here, there's kind of like a big blob of wool there. That's might be I don't want to say an exaggeration because obviously you can see it in the sweater, but not all the like larger unspun portions were that big. Where's it? Like, let's see here. So not a deal breaker for me. I kind of liked the unevenness that it adds, and it's not like a lot. It's just kind of speckled here and there. What else can I say? If you are choosing this yarn and you're going to do a project that's working back and forth, I guess I would caution about kind of striping or pooling if you're someone who is a bit nitpicky about how the colors line up. So the construction of this sweater is you first work on the back and forth, then you pick up and do the fronts, and then you'll join the fronts with the back after you've done enough for the armhole, and then work in the round. So there is a little bit of pooling in the front of my sweater. You can kind of see there's quite a large bluish gray section, which I don't know, I'm fine with. I didn't want to get nitpicky about or, you know, overthinking where the colors were lining up. I just wanted to knit and enjoy how the colors were presenting themselves. Because if I had started trying to plan the colors, I think, yeah, that would have been really frustrating and stressful. Especially since when you get to the sleeve, it's a smaller circumference, so you're definitely going to get more like striping and pooling there anyways as well, and then you're going to have to end up breaking the yarn a bunch and splicing together. That's strange. Hold on one sec. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought I could hear like a doorknob being kind of like rattled, and I don't have my door closed, so that meant Darcy's door. She was out of bed. Oh my god, I think she's out again. So I think I'm gonna have to finish recording this later. Okay, you're live now, Darcy. I can't see you though, but that's the microphone. Hey guys, we have a little surprise guest for today's episode. Yeah, she's really not interested in napping today. So I don't know what I last said about the Wednesday sweater, but I think I'd said enough. Check out my Instagram for some more kind of like full. Darcy, I don't know if they want to hear you blowing. This isn't ASMR, okay? Check out my Instagrams for some more full shots. Oh, let's clip that back up, sweetie. Okay, the next part that I wanted to talk to you guys about was my first Wool Warehouse haul. I've worked out the pricing. Yes. I spent $82, that's Canadian, on this amount of yarn. Yes. Darcy, would you like to help me show the yarn? I've been really wanting to show you guys this yarn because I wanted, for the effect, I wanted to be able to show you, you know, all the skeins. So it kind of like really brought home the fact that this all cost me $80. And that's not including the shipping, because I wanted to just say like the yarn cost me $80. So all the yarn that I picked is from Drops. It's all Drops yarn. Sorry, you're gonna hear Darcy play around, but this is how the future videos may be when she's not napping. And all the yarn I picked was on sale. Hi. Hi. Yes, my cat's in here now too. So, Darcy, could you please pass that crate over so we can put the yarn in? Or how about I'll pass it to you after I show. Yeah. Okay, put it on top of here. This is gonna be a chaotic video. I hope you guys don't mind. Okay, so just this bag is 17 skeins of Drops Lima. I have purchased this yarn to make a Marseilles sweater. That's another pattern by Petite Knit. Again, Petite Knit. Pulling my heartstrings. And I've gone with the more traditional black and white, because the Marseilles sweater is kind of like a French Breton style sweater. Petite Knit is, her samples ended up in the color like almond, and I think it's called Sailor in the Dark, which is like a super dark blue or blue black. I'm going with white and black just to keep it classic, and I think that's a little bit more flattering for my skin tone. Sorry, I'm watching to make sure she doesn't knock over the camera. Okay, so Drops Lima is on sale, and the sale cost after the exchange in Canadian, so this is $2 Canadian per skein. The regular price in Canadian, if it wasn't on sale, would be about $3.40. So I saved about $1.40 per skein. Yep, that's yours now. Can you put that in the crate now, if you'd like? Okay, the next bag of yarn I have here. So again, more Drops yarn. And more Drops Lima. This is, oh, what was the color of this one? I think it was just called maroon. This I bought actually for Darcy. I'm going to make her a skirt that has like built-in suspenders on it. I thought that'd be really cute to put over a long sleeve top, wear some tights, wear some boots this fall, winter. Yeah, the color, I feel like this isn't as rich of a maroon as it showed online, but I'm kind of digging that this is a bit more pinkish raspberry. Oh, bonk! Are you okay? Yeah, you bonked your head on the. She's good. Toddlers are hardy. So there are. Yeah, I've got 5 skeins of this one. Again, $2 Canadian each. Here you go, sweetie. Yeah. Oh. You think it looks purple? Yeah, it is kind of purple. Okay. So next, also on sale was the Drops Alpaca Silk. This is their light gray color. And I got this one because I really like the feel of brushed alpaca. It's definitely less yardage than the kids silk balls, but it was on sale. I wanted to try it. I like that this light gray is. Oh, can I have one back, Darcy? Thank you. Um, I like that it's not too cool of a gray. It actually got a little bit of black or really dark brown. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's fuzzy, it's soft. I bought 9 of these. Yes. I bought 9 of these to make myself another Cumulus blouse. So I have one in white. I thought it'd be nice to add a gray. So I'm actually quite pleased with how the color looks in real life for this one. So this was on sale, $2.33 each Canadian. If it wasn't on sale, it would have been $4 a ball. So yeah, really good price on that. And last one, Darcy, may I have one of those? Thank you. You are a really good helper. Last one, I bought some Drops Air, and I'm going to make Darcy another Currant Cardigan. So Drops Air is actually the recommended yarn or the suggested yarn from the pattern. And this is the color Old Pink. It's not as corally as the color looks online. It's actually a little bit more mauve, I would say, in person. I think on the camera right now it's coming out more cool purple than it actually is. It's more like a warm mauve in person. But again, this one was on sale. This one I bought 4 balls, $4.25 each Canadian. That's the sale price. The original price, it would have been $7 each Canadian. So the cost of all of the yarn I bought was $82 Canadian. If I had bought all this yarn at regular price, it would have been about $140 Canadian, 140. So even the original cost of all this yarn, I think, is pretty crazy, because there's projects where you'll spend that amount just for one single adult sweater. And I have here enough to make a Marseilles sweater, a skirt with suspenders for Darcy, a Cumulus blouse for myself, and Currant Cardigan for Darcy. So that's 2 adult sweaters and 2 toddler-sized outfits, all for $82 Canadian sale price from Wool Warehouse. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's also kind of a dangerous find, because now that I know I can get Drops yarn at a really good price, now I just want to keep buying more. I keep going to the website to see what else is on sale. You gotta be a little bit quick, because when things go on sale, the colors do sell out. So yeah, watch out for that. So one thing, so the cost of shipping, it's £4.99, which works out to about $8 Canadian, which is kind of crazy considering this is coming all the way from the UK. Like, we pay more than that to get shipping within Canada from local yarn shops and places. So that's kind of unreal. I guess part of that, though, is that they use Royal Mail or regular mail to get the order here. So the website advertises 7 to 14 business days. My orders took probably like 11 business days to get here, which like feels like an eternity when you just want that yarn. Luckily I was working on other projects at the time, but like enough time had passed that I kind of forgotten about this order, and then when I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, where's my yarn? But it had only been like 5 business days at that point. So just be conscious of that. It does take, you know, a fair bit of time. So don't use this if all of a sudden you get picked for a test knit and you need the yarn within like 2 days. If you're in Canada, like it's not gonna get here that fast. Yeah. Are you having fun down there, Darcy?
Fun.
Fun? Here, ball, yeah. Would you guys like to see what Darcy's up to?
Fun.
Yeah. What you doing, Darcy? Yeah, can you put the balls in the crate? And put you in the crate. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, you be careful in there. Okay, so I think I should call it quits now because she's obviously awake and wow, she's been really helpful and well behaved for this. So thank you so much, Darcy, for all of your help. I hope that wasn't too chaotic for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Please do consider subscribing if you want to continue following along my knitting journey. From Darcy and I, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Darcy, can you say bye-bye? Can you wave bye-bye?